This probably won't be quite as long of a live because it's maybe a little easier to color. I don't know. We will see. So we'll get started. I am using my COPICS tonight. So I'm starting out first with my E51, and I am going to do Rosie. And this is Rosie on this side because see, she has prettier eyes. So I think it's Rosie. So I just laying down tonight. I'm starting, sometimes I start with my darker color and sometimes I start with my lighter color. But so I'm actually starting with my lighter color tonight. It depends what you're doing. I hope you guys can hear me. Wonder how you found that. Ha 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 ha. Sharon has such a good sense of humor. Do you know that Sharon's favorite thing is spiders? She just loves them. Loves, 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 loves them. I've never met anybody that talks about spiders as much as Sharon. She's so funny. There we go. So anyway, I'm starting out with my lighter color. And this is, this doesn't have to be an Easter image naturally, but I made the sentiment an Easter image. I feel like it's a little dark. Let me bring my light over. So how is everybody tonight? Hi, Tanya. There we go. She doesn't appreciate my sense of humor sometimes. I'm just bringing my lights over. Maybe I have them too far away because I feel like it's a little bit dark. So I'm trying to bring my lights. I would go buy some new light bulbs, but hi, Lenore. I'm not leaving my house unless I have to. So I can't buy any. Maybe I can order some. I don't know. We're having a hard time. We live in a really rural area and I'm having a hard time getting things. So this is E55. Have been unable to, we only have 2 grocery stores and they limit what you can get when you order it online. And they don't do deliveries where we are. You have to go pick it up. But I can't get diapers. I'm struggling getting diapers, so I had to order them from Amazon. But I had to order a huge amount to get them delivered here from Amazon. So life has become very difficult. So this is E55 and I'm just doing little short strokes. Just little short strokes. Just like this. Just really little short strokes. Because I'm trying to make my little guy. This is a gal here. Make her look a little fluffy, a little fluffy. So this is E23, E23. So this is my darker color. And I just do little short strokes and then I'll pull this color out. Pull this out. So is everybody pretty much staying home and staying safe? Because kind of a scary time. I know. I am working from home, teaching all day long over Zoom. I'm keeping my same schedule teaching, so I'm on all day long. But my husband might have to go back to work on Monday, and I'm scared to death. Did I tell people you can go off? What? Did I tell you can go off people? Huh? I don't know what you mean, Sharon. I have no idea. So I'm just working the colors. This is E51, E30, E55, and E23. So, you know, this is the earth colors, which are the ones that I seem to have the most of. So I'm just kind of pulling the color out, just pulling it out. And I just kind of do this in layers. So I just keep working it. And I'm probably going to grab my E11 as well and bring that one in a little bit. And my E13. So I've kind of got a lot of colors going on, but I like the rabbit to have a lot of texture. And so I just kind of keep working little tiny strokes. It comes together. Looks a little horrendous when you first are doing it, but it comes together as you get going. I've got a lot of rabbits recently for Easter, so I'm just kind of working it around again. So I'm kind of going around. Going around. So where is everybody from? I know that some people have snow here in the States. Some people have sunshine. So what does everybody have? Where's everybody from? Hi, Gail. You went out for the first time in over a week. You know, Gail, I was wondering how you were after you gave that blood and you had passed out. Did they say why you had passed out? Was it just from having given the blood that you were weak? I'm not able to give blood. I had hepatitis when I was a kid, and they won't take my blood. So I've never been able to give blood. I've always admired people that can give blood. So I was worried about you. Hi, Sandra. My gosh, I've missed you, Sandra. I missed everybody because I did do a live on Thursday, but I did it over on the another page for another product. So I wasn't on my own page. So I hope my hands aren't in the way. Let me see if I can slant that just a little bit more. So that way you can see. So you're going to notice it's going to move because I was trying to slant. So I'm just kind of doing small strokes because I want the rabbit to be a little bit lighter. There. I want the rabbit to be a little bit lighter. I think I can take that off now as I go towards the center. And it's a little tedious because you do little tiny strokes. Just kind of, see, I'm just little tiny strokes. So it's a little bit tedious. Thank you, Sandra. She missed me too. I didn't drink enough in the heat of Florida. Oh yeah, I bet that could cause it. I'm afraid to go out. You know, I was really sick there for a couple of weeks, and I'm really afraid now to go out. And I shouldn't be. I should be less afraid now probably, but I am more afraid than anything. But yeah, I'm kind of afraid to go out. So I'm just kind of working the color, pulling it back. See, and I want it to be darker along in here. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I've been watching lives for the last, I don't know, since like 5 o'clock or maybe 3 o'clock. Maybe they started at 3. I've caught several lives and they were all good. They were all really interesting. Very interesting. I love watching lives. There's been so many of them. It's kind of hard to catch them all, and I'm still working during the day. You know, I'm doing all this teaching online, and oh my gosh. Thank goodness for Zoom. And I have students that all over the world. A lot of my students went home, and so some of them are on, and it's nighttime for them. I am using my E20, and not E20, R20 and R30. And I'm going to go back over the rabbit again in a few minutes. But I just kind of start at the bottom with the darker color and just flick up. And then I take my lighter color and I just kind of bring it on up. Just little flicks like that. I think that they look cute with little pinky ears. And then I just kind of add in a little bit of the E51. And then I'm going to go back with my E11. Oh, that was E13. Let me grab my E11. Here we go. Yeah, since I've been teaching at home, it's like I have no time. I can't believe it's more difficult than teaching in school, but I have my children, you know, the school is out, so we're homeschooling the 11-year-old, and the daycare is closed. We have the baby. And it's hard to do 3 jobs at one time and teach. Fortunately, my students are very good natured, so when they hear the kids and all, they just kind of laugh. A couple of them don't, but you know, they're kind of, they're students that don't laugh ever. So there we go. So I'm just doing little short strokes, and I am using quite a few colors. I'm actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. 6 colors, because I really like them to have texture, and I'm just doing little tiny strokes. I just think it looks better when you little tiny strokes. And then I'm going to go in with my E51 and just kind of pull this all out, because I want them a little bit darker in the middle. Not much, but just a little bit. A little bit too white for Miss Rosie. Just kind of pull it out. So there we go. A little bit more, just little tiny strokes. There we go. See? Comes together, comes together. Now we are going to use the grays. And so I have W0, W2, W3, and W4. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start with my lighter color. I changed my W2 nib the other day. Oh my gosh, I wish I should have kept it. When I have the special tweezers to pull out the nib, and you know, I've changed them before, no problem. But that thing, the nib fell apart in about 5 places. I mean, it just like disintegrated. I've never seen anything fall apart like that before. So I'm just doing little tiny strokes. I think I've become like Gail. I'm really going quick on this. But the card actually has got a few layers on it. And it's a pretty card when we get done. I actually had already made it once, which is unusual for me. I do plan my images and my colors, but I don't really completely assemble a card before I start. I sort of assemble, but I don't do a whole card before I start. I do the card we're going to do and put it together on air. But I had made a little mistake, and I made the card for another project, and then I realized it was for my live. So I don't normally have 2 of a card. So I'm just doing little strokes, little tiny strokes. Hi, Jill Russell. You know, there's a Jill Russell that lives here. Every time I see your name, I think, are you that Jill Russell? Are you from Indiana, Jill? They are cute. I'm afraid my hands are in the way. Let me see if I can move that over just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more tilt. Let's see. Okay, you might feel a little bit of might make you a little queasy, because I was trying to get it where my hand is out of the way, because I know it's no fun. So are you that Jill Russell that is from Indiana by chance? Or just a coincidence that your name is the same? Okay, so this was my W2. So now I'm going to go with my next darker color. I'm going to use my W3. And here we go. I wish I was in Florida like Gail is. I've been trying to renew my license, teaching license for Georgia, and I haven't heard back yet. And I've had that in there for quite some time, so I don't know what the deal is. I'm going to have to call them tomorrow, because I have my Florida license, and I have my Georgia license, and my Indiana license. I try to keep them up, because you just don't know what's going to happen job-wise. And since I teach international students, I really don't know. We're moving to Indiana. Who is that? Sandy Richards Ference. Sandy, where are you moving from? What state are you in now? I'm waiting for an answer. And what state are you in now, and what part of Indiana are you moving to? What town in Indiana are you? Where are you moving from, and where are you moving to? That's my question. Because you might want to think about it. Indiana is a very, quite depressed place job-wise. So unless you already have a job, it can be difficult to find a job. I'm not saying that to scare you. I moved back here from Savannah. Oh, you're in Florida. Are you from Indiana? And do you have a job? Because seriously, jobs here are a little difficult sometimes. It just kind of depends where you go. Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, someplace big, Evansville, one of the bigger cities, it'd be a little easier. Oh, you're going to South Bend? I think South Bend probably is a bigger town, so you'll probably be okay. But a lot of factories have closed down, and especially right now, we have a lot of people that unemployment colors, kind of down in here, a little bit over in here. Just gives it a little bit of more shading. I just think it adds to it a little bit. especially when you're doing a little doing fur on an animal. I like to use my Prismacolors. So this is, I can hardly see, ginger root. So I'm just going around the sides, kind of go down a little bit, just to add a little bit. And now this one is goldenrod. Just a little bit, just to shade a little bit. I just think pencils add a little bit to your markers, so I like to incorporate them. There we go. So just a little touch here and there. Okay, so I see 6 people found me, which is good. I think that because everybody's on the internet, that you know, it's just kind of gone crazy. Okay, so this is Rocket and Rosie. And sometimes when I do an image, I go back over it a couple of times after I look at it, because I think the ink kind of, it settles, kind of dries and settles, and sometimes you need a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just adding a little bit more, just a little bit more. And just, again, just little short strokes. Okay, so I'm going to put our card together. And I'm going to just kind of, let's see if I can scoot you back. There we go. Scoot you back a little bit. Scoot you back just a tiny bit. Okay. So, first thing I did is, this is a 6x6 that I have cut out. And I'm going to mat it. Like this. I'm going to mat it. And I hope you guys that come back, I'm so glad you came back. I do think that the internet is just like gone crazy. It's overloaded. Everybody's on and just a little bit overloaded. So I'm not going to worry. Just going to continue on. And I don't know that I can piece this together because I did it on 2 different phones. So I'm just using art glitter glue. It's my favorite. And I'm just going to flip this over like this. There we go. And just put it down. And then this is Echo Park paper. I just love this paper. And what I am going to do is take this little bit of ribbon. I'm going to show you how I do this. Same way everybody else does it, I'm sure. Just going to put it like this. And I take my washi tape. Let me get my washi tape. Oh, I'm glad some people found me again. So I take I love this paper on this other side. I need to make something with that. That's the only thing I hate about our American paper is they have patterns on both sides. You might like what's on one side, but see, I'm using this side. So I'm going to just put this on. Now, I was going to explain what I'm doing. Normally, I pop my cards up. I like to pop them up. You know, have lots of nice layers that are popped up. But our post office, you can't go inside. You have to put it in the box. And these have to be hand stamped, and they're square. Makes it difficult. So if you are in that kind of situation, it's probably better during this time while people are locked down to make your cards flatter so that you can just pop them in the mail. So I will just put 3 stamps on here because I send these cards all the time, and they're usually about so they're usually about 80 or 90 cents when I send them. I wonder if I'm live on my regular page and not. It says I can't see you. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I have 9 people on, so I don't know why Sharon can't see me. So I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, I normally do. I normally pop these up, but because of the situation right now, I would suggest just making flat cards. So I am making this flat. I am making it flat. So that is what I'm doing. And so I am putting this on. And what I did is I used my, it's an old tool. I've had it, I don't know, 6 or 7 years, or 8. This old Fiskars thing to make a scalloped edge. So that is what I'm using. And then I have matted. Oh, you know what? I'm not done. Not done quite. Let me do one more thing to this card. I am using BG00 and just kind of going in the background so it's not all white. So that's just going in the background, and I'm going around my image like this, and over in here, and just like this, and kind of, I should have done this before I matted it. I got a little bit on my pink, but that's okay. It's okay. So I'm just kind of doing the background only because, all the way up, because I don't want it to be white. Then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with my blender pen. So I'm just kind of going all the way up, and I would recommend you do this before you mat. I've already matted, which was a mistake. I kind of got ahead of myself. So I'm going back around, kind of going back around so I can emphasize my little guys here. So back around like that, back around like that. Okay, back around. So just like that. That way they kind of pop off the page a little bit with all this blue. See, there we go. Just a little bit like that. And then I'm going to take my green, and I'm using this down here on the bottom. So just a little bit, just a little bit, just to kind of just give the illusion of grass. And a little bit more underneath. And then I am going to take my blender pen, and what I do is I pull this out, see, like this. And when it dries, it kind of lightens it up just a little bit. I don't want it down by my rabbits, but a little bit like that. See, a little bit like that. And when it dries, it will lighten that up a little bit. There we go. Now we'll finish making our card. So I'm going to put this here, and I have my ribbon that we're going to put here. So I'm going to put this on, and I have my sentiment. Let me pull my sentiment out. I have it. Oh no, this internet thing has got me, oh here it is, got me frazzled a little bit. So there, I have Easter Wishes Bunny Kisses. Easter Wishes Bunny Kisses. I'm going to be live again on Sunday at 3, so hopefully the internet does not bomb out on me on Sunday. So, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to be like Gail. I don't know what I'm doing, but it'll be something. I'm not sure what image I'm doing. I don't have my month mapped out very well. I have got so much going on with teaching from home that I do not have my month mapped out very well. And have the kids at home, and you know, it's just been really busy. So, sorry for coughing. So there we go. Now I made this flatter, and I did it, like I said, because it's kind of hard to mail things now. And I'm sure other people are having the same problem. So I made it flatter. Even my ribbon is a thin ribbon. So that way, this will be easier to mail, and not, you can just pop it in the box outside. Now my ribbon is not sticking. I have another glue that I use, fabric glue. So I will put that on it. So I will use my fabric glue. Okay, so this is my image right here for tonight. This is Rocket and Rosie. And see, I had done it previously. Here I did it previously. My paper is a little bit different this time. And from really the same paper packet, just a different pattern. I'd used all of it up when I did the other one. What I'm doing is I'm putting on these cute little gems on the corner. So I'm just popping those down. I think it adds to the card a little bit. So I apologize for my voice is a little rough. I do apologize. I have been a bit under the weather and making me a little rough. There we go. See? There we go. And I will use my fabric glue on that and it'll make it stay. So I have actually done this card twice. This one's a little bit darker. I used a little bit darker colors on this one. And this one, see, the rabbits are just a little bit lighter, but they're, you know, the same card, same card. So anyway, I will let you go. Hi, Christina. Oh, nobody can, Christina says she can't see anything. I don't know, because I can see it through my, I can see just fine, so I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, I will let you go, and I will talk to you later. Bye.